Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another finals game here. We moved on over to our second channel as we're running them simultaneously. We got our games going on over at the Cody Banks Arena with Luke, so make sure if you're looking for that game, you stay over there. If you're looking for the U18AA female, you've come to the right place, and we're just about ready to start here. They were done this ice almost an hour ago. We started on time here, and that's how we'll be going as we get going here. That puck worked back in behind there to a corn. Down there in the left-hand corner, it'll be Wildcats trying to get that out of corn with it still. She'll wrap that back in behind. Passed off, and then McCardle shoots it back over to her D partner, trying to get that up there in front. It's couple stick lifts, and McKinnon's going to take that down, shoot it back around. Up the left side now, picked up by Bernard. Bernard, one of the few ladies out there with a name bar for the Wildcats, so bear with me on that one as I have yet to see these two teams in action. Done some female over there back in the home in Nova Scotia, but not too much these PEI side, so it'll take me a moment to pick up on it, but I think should be a good game here in front of us. Like I said, finals, always exciting. Crowning a champion, Wildcats. Pass up the left side. That one's going to fall on back and pinched in along the far boards. Grabbed and sent on down there by Stewart. Stewart now plays that up the right side. Right onto the tape, and now a lead pass up the middle between the legs of Bernard and back in behind there for a corn. Two Acorns, one on each side. Down here the left side, Conley trying to chop at it, pushed on by back to Murphy. Murphy in behind. Murphy going to wrap that up around the left side, touched up ahead, picked up now, trying to get the centering pass. Coming back through the middle. Down in on the left side, good job by the Wildcats to kind of stifle the offense as the Storm try to work it in. Now down here in front, it'll be picked up in stride, steered off into the left side. Reared on. Tries to get that out for the Storms. Played back in by the Wildcats. Back in behind. Picked up in here, just at the top of the offensive zone for the Wildcats. Now they grab it down the right side, try to get that squared away. Going to pass it back off to Campbell. Campbell sharp angle. That one hits a stick. We won't get a whistle as it stays in. Back in behind here for Perry. Perry tries for the lead pass for the Storm. It'll jump on back. Skated up on nicely and played down the right side. Back in behind. Grabbed again by Conley. Conley forced to retreat. She'll play it up the right side. Played near the ringette line. Touched back in. Campbell loses it to Conley. Conley down low in behind. That one flicks off the side of the wall. Tried to push up ahead. Storm and Wildcats going at it near the blue line. Played back in. Grabbed now by the captain, London. Snapped pass up the middle, and it'll stay in. We still haven't really gotten a whistle here. We're over 3 minutes in. Down the right side here for the Storm. Played off in behind. Wildcats now grabbing. Back in behind, head up, hustling now. Here on the right side, lead pass over there as it's grabbed by McFadden and played on down low. McFadden plants herself in front of the net. Now she'll have to go in and help. Fished out of there. Centering pass, rolling by the end of the stick. Back to the line, shot high. It's loose there in front. Still battling, and our first whistle is actually one you could say could be considered early as the puck was still loose there, but we got a whistle nonetheless. 4 minutes into this one, 8:07 remaining in the first. Puck drop here to the left of our Storm goaltender. That one handed off. Lead pass as it's picked up and now hustled in down the right side. Grabbed there by Reardon and shot on, and that'll be a whistle the other way. As Reardon goes spinning down. We're at the UPEI rink here, McLaughlin B. A rink that High Button has some experience streaming at, as last year the High Button crew headed up here for the Oyster Cup Spring League tournament. We did 110 games between the 8 of us all over PEI. One of the larger accomplishments for the High Button team up to this point. Down the left side, sent in and scores. Fired on into the back of the net. And how do you do? What a way to put the first one on the board here for the Wildcats, as reach the circle, fire away, and it works out there. As Bernard looks to be the one to put that in. It'll be 1-0 here early off a shot from away. And the Wildcats strike first. And we'll head back to center. Played down. Back and behind. That puck wrapping in front here. Shot back down low. It's going to be Storm up the right side as it re-enters the zone. Back to Conley. Conley going to fire that. Won't get it very far here on the right side. Story chipping that one by. Chased after by a Corn. Lead pass up the middle now. Right side. That one just onside. Nice little move to pull back there by Hancock. Now it's back in the other way. Wildcats pushed off into the corner, retreated, picked up by London. The captain, London, trying to muscle that one through. It'll jump past the stick of McCullum. Rolling up into the skate, and now into the mesh with 6:23 remaining as we continue on here through our one and only game here at McLaughlin B. Like I said, we've streamed many a game here over the course of a weekend just a few months ago in May. Geez, I guess that was longer than a few months at this point. Feels like just yesterday. As that puck's worked down in behind, stopping up. Wildcats pushed up the left side, rolling at the end of the stick there. Grabbed again by London, can't get it out as it's moved back there. They Wildcats here with a chance, shot on, nice blocker save. Steered off into the corner. Down low, some stick lifts along the end boards over to Doyle. Doyle chips it back to herself in behind. Storm on the back foot here a little bit to start. Wildcats pushing the pace here. Wildcats, funny enough, their numbers go from 10 to 40, so you don't really see that very often where a team will have the back half of the numbers. So the high numbers here for the ladies in blue as that one's shot on down by a Corn. Here on the left side, lead pass, touched up ahead. Going for a skate there is Maxwell. Tries to get the shot off. It'll jump back over to Reardon. Reardon tries to center. Picked up into the mesh. We'll get another whistle here with just under 5 minutes to go in the first. So just crowned another champion over on Cody Banks. And another one will be found here as that one's covered up. The third year, I believe, in a row that we've been doing the early bird tournament. It's my second time here. Last year I was on Cody Banks duty, so I didn't get to see this rink. We're over here today in a nice little booth up here, nice and warm for me, and a good game of hockey in front. 1-0 for the Wildcats early. Held on to, tried to get that one poked on through. It's worked back in by a Corn. Grabbed by the Wildcats here on the right side. Little bounce pass. Shot on. That's going to roll off the side of the net. Caught up to first by the Storm again in their end. Holmes tries to get it up the middle. Turnover as it's worked back in. And shot on with the save as another one in net there. We don't have the official shot tally, but right now leading in that category, it seems to be the Wildcats. Mid-aisle. And I've got to say, the other fans at home, the Mid-Aisle Matrix, another team from here with some of the best logos. One of my favorite minor hockey logos, and trust me, I've seen quite a few. That one near the top. Storm onto the left side. These ones kind of remind me of the Quinnipiac jerseys, the Mid-Aisle Wildcats ones. That one back to the line. Moving in, and it's swept out, eventually to get it out of the zone. That one's going to be up through the middle, hustled after, and it'll just escape for an icing. 3:43 now remaining in our first period. 2 p.m. start for us. Face off here, going to be to the left. That one jumps around. Picked up by the Wildcats in behind. Trying to get that up the right side. Campbell. Lead pass over to Maxwell. Back down low. Pushed off near the hash marks here on the right. Hustling out Campbell. Centering pass. No one home. It's going to come all the way over to the left side. Another shot blocked in there. Back to the blue line. Shot low into some bodies. Played on back. Stepping up again into some skates. Picked up here left side. Trying to move it up ahead, but just cut right off and back in. Conley just keeps it on side. Impressively done into the right-hand corner. Trying to play that back to the blue line. Here they come. Reared on now. 2-on-3. Reared on with a cut move into the middle. Over to the right side. Finds some open room. Went all the way around. The 2-on-3 works out for Reared on, but they can't find the back of the net here as Wildcats knocked off it. Perry on the wall. Hancock chips it on behind. Hancock falls down. Lead pass. Touched back up. Over to Hancock. Played him behind. Trying to get that up the wall. It'll be picked up by the Storm here in front. Back towards the middle, pardon me. McCullum can't push it in. Moving the other way, McFadden, shot. With under 2 minutes to go in our first period, we'll get another whistle. 1-0 our score off the early snipe by the Wildcats, and good offensive presence here in the first period for the Wildcats side. McKinnon tries to play that around. It's in the right-hand corner. Back on the half wall, down low. Picked up by the Storm as they're hemmed in their own zone still. Right side. Pushing it up ahead. Wildcats hits a skate coming back the other way, but the captain London there to take care of business. Work it back in the other side as we approach our final minute to play here in our first period. Shot on down around here in front. Poked back up through the middle. Hustled after. Picked up by a Corn. She'll just shoot that down. Moved back towards the middle of Corn. Grabbing now. Corn. Turned over there to London, who picks it up and shoots it down for what will be an icing. She didn't seem too upset by that icing call. Is heading off and fresh legs on the defensive side for the Storm. And as we take a look, it looks to be 3 defense out there for the Storm. along with 2 full forward lines, and then 4 defense with 5 forwards on the other side. So a bit of a wonky number situation here for players, something to keep our eye on. Ideally, you want 6D, 6 forwards, or 4D, 6 forwards. That extra player can kind of confuse things a little bit. Down here in front, shot into a shin pad, spinning around. Rolling back up behind. Storm trying to center. Fired around to a core near the blue line. Sent down to the hash marks, rolling out in front. Moved up for the middle, circle back, Storm stepping in for a shot. That one's going to stay alive, 7 seconds. Sent on down, and we'll either get an icing at the end of the period, and it looks like we're going to get the icing call, a 2.4 to go in the first. So this morning, more early bird action, first game of the day. We saw a crazy one as the U18AAs gave us a show, heading all the way to a shootout. The last shooter ready to shoot and over skates the puck. That was a tough one as they're going to pull the goalie here for just a second because they have it, because they can really. But that'll do it, and we'll head back to center. We'll be back for the second period shortly. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back here for the start of the second period. 1-0 lead here currently for the Wildcats. Storm looking to generate some more offense, try to tie this game up. Sent down by London, picked up on the left side. Back in behind McKinnon. McKinnon circling back in her end. That one will be up the right side. Holmes, lead pass. Sent back in the other way. Down low, Wildcats again. Trying to get it centered into some skates. Now back the other way again. Conley dropped back. Nice play here for another shot. That one rolling off the end of the stick there. McFadden got herself to a good area and got a nice grade A chance. Storm get it up to Holmes. Passed on by, chased after on the wall. Kept in nicely by the Storm side. Rolling back in behind here. McCardle. She'll hand it to Conley. McCardle again. Back in behind, playing a little bit of the rough stuff there down low to separate player from puck. Trying to get it centered to Conley. Corn sent down to Holmes. Cut back, move to the middle. McCullum shot on. That one rolling out in front. Spin around shot, won't get in. Pushed off into the corner. Grabbed him behind, one touched. And whistled down. So far, more of a defensive game here for the Storm, at least in the first period. Wildcats got the one really good chance. Other than that, they've kind of been pushed to the outside, but more time with puck in the offensive zone. A minute and a half into the second period. Storm looking to maybe even up those numbers a bit. Like I said, no official shots on goal tally, but they can't be too far apart regardless. Drop down there over to Doyle. Doyle shoots. It'll be fired into the left side. Moved on up. Conley pokes ahead. Odd man rush coming here. Conley on the left side. Has a pass across. Not going to find the mark. And it'll be spun back the other way by McCullum trying to get it out. McCullum muscling that forward. Storm now bringing it on. I think they might have wanted a tripping call there. Not going to get it. Into the wall here in front of us. Story down the left side and behind. Grab now. Lead pass for the breakaway. The other way. Shot on. Save made. And the best opportunity of the game there for the Storm as they caught him on a change. Save made, though. It'll remain 1-0. Dropped in. Wildcats poked up ahead. Collision there. As Campbell needs to get back up. Right back on her feet. Respects to her as that looked like a tough fall. Conley there on the blue line, but not going to stay down when you got a gold medal on the line. Puck's wrapped back in around. Looking for the lead pass to London. London's going to bring that in herself. Shot on. That one hits the glass behind the net. Wrapped around here on the left side up to Crab. Trying to get that through. It's back to London. D pass there. Story now up ahead. London back in. Chop that. Here come the Storm off on another break. And on. Shot high. Rebound out to the right side. It stays alive. And it's swept out a couple times. Will stay out somehow. Covered up. And another time finding the Wildcats in behind the defense. And with 8:50 to go in the second, we continue on here. And 1-0 it'll remain. 2 grade A chances on the breakaway for the Storm. Neither go. Holmes. Near the ring out line. She'll play that across. Grabbed and chased down low. Trying to center. Puck in behind. And it's jumping around. How has that stayed out? How on earth has that stayed out? That puck came perfectly down in the blue paint for the Storm to keep whacking away. And somehow the outstretched pad there, gonna keep it out, and it'll be 1-0 still. I thought for sure that was in, and the Storm have come back with some good pressure here in the second period. As Hancock directing traffic out there. She wants to see a puck hit the back of the net here. Back down the right side. Storm pushed in along the boards. Hancock gonna lose that one. McCardle on the right side. Played up. Lead pass touched through the middle. A corn gets skated by. Sharp angle shot again. It worked for them once. Why not try once again? Handed back off. Storm in the other way. Lead pass down the right side. Stick handling. Turning. Nice pass back to the line. A corn shot. That one's going to file out on the left side. Not enough of a bounce there for McCullum. Back in behind. Jumping over the stick of Hancock. Grabbed back to a corn. Going to go into the skates. And now moving the other way. LeClaire. Pass it off. Big save with the pad. Trying to get it centered. A great play there for the Wildcats to turn back the other way, but it'll be down the right side here. Doyle moving. Played back to McCullum, missing. Down on the left side, lead pass. Got up over the blue line. Stepped up on the right, sent in. It's going to fall back down in front. Back to the blue line again. Low shot. That one missing to the left. Murphy going to step in on it. Pressure from behind there by the Wildcats. In along the boards. Grabbed him behind. Nice little chop move using the boards to get that out to the open woman there on the line. Murphy now shot in. That one high. There on the right side. Conley takes a bit of a bump. Will stay up, but the puck will get back to the line. Low shot again. Back to the well with that chance from the right side defender. And that will be sent on down for an icing as the Storm realizing they're getting hemmed, getting some fresh legs out there now. Picked up. Shot on down the left side. Maxwell trying to get that one wrapped around. It will get there. Campbell in on it. Good pushback here from the Wildcats, but now a lead pass in the other way. Pushed ahead now. Still with a chance. Oh, and taken out. And it's going to be at least a penalty here. It'll be a tripping call. So, power play chance here for the Storm, looking to tie it up. 6:18 remaining. Shot in. That one's going to fall off to the left side. Back to the line. Chop that and in behind again. Chased after here by London. Down in front. Moving into the right side. Perry. Pulling back. It's going to get all the way back to London. She'll force that into the left-hand corner. 35 seconds gone off the power play. Back in behind. Storm. Spinning around. Over to Hancock. Through the legs. Grabbed, and that one's going to be sent on down. Good penalty killing here as they hold on to a 1-0 lead. Back in behind. London now moving forward. Going to take it in herself. Steps in. Shot. And that one's just going to be snared out of midair with 54 seconds left on the power play. Just want to take this moment to thank you for tuning in here on High Button Sports. As we know, we're based mostly out of Nova Scotia, so lots of teams and parents know us there, but always our pleasure to get out to the island. Like I said, always treats us well here at High Button Sports. We know the rinks, we know the teams, so it's all a pleasure to be here for another year of the early bird. That one up the middle. Grab McCullum. Fired him behind. They're going to come back around. Here on the right side. Played down low. Looking for a lead. A Corn now shot. Moving into the left side. Chased after him behind. Trying to get it centered. Poked back in. McCullum snaps it back around. And with 16 seconds to go, going to need to work here to get something going on the power play. Played across. Back down low, centering McCullum. Just enough to touch it back, and it'll escape the zone to a corner. Looks like that'll be the end of the power play. So Wildcats escape that one, sent on in, and conservatively covered up there by the Storm goaltender with 4:13 remaining in our second period. Still just the one marker. We're back to even strength here. We've only had one power play, I believe, too. So keeping it clean out there for the most part. Picked up, trying to put it around. Little drive-by defense there by Stewart that works out for the Wildcats. Poked back in on the right side. Back in behind. Trying to get that one loose. It'll be work down and D-to-D pass there. Wildcats looking to get that out. Be sent down with 3:43 remaining on the icing as we jet through this game. Picked up, down low, trying to get that puck led ahead. Down the right side, here they come, 2-on-1 forming, passed across, and London gets down, takes away the opportunity. Wildcats had a good look there on the 2-on-1, now it's over to Reardon. Sent back into the left-hand corner, chased after. Trying to get that up the wall, it'll be over to Story. Back down to Conley. Conley enters over the blue. Reared on now. Up ahead. Low pass. Rebound and a nice save there is a good opportunity for the Storm. Maybe their best here in the past 5 minutes. Down the right side. Picked up, played across to Conley. Lead pass, looking for it. That one's going to go. Icing waved off. 2:40 left to go in the second. Spun back around. Conley steps in. Loose for a moment. Wildcats going to pick that up. LeClaire down the right side. LeClaire barreling in. All sorts of pressure on her. Staying with it, but it'll get through. And now Storm back here in front. McCullum moving around, trying to open it up. Forced to be pushed off into the boards there. Drop down low. 2-on-2 along the wall. Coming off the post is McCardle. She'll play that up to her left winger. Lead pass, gets it off. Passed across here, right side shot. That one loose for barely any time. But they're going to leave her, and under 2 minutes to go here in the second period, and the Wildcats holding on. It's been close a couple times. Still the 1-0 off the early goal. Looking for a gold medal here at the early bird. Back in the other way. A 2-on-1 forming. Doyle down the right. Shot and a nice block. Elects to take the body there, or the body is Grant. Works out for her as focusing on the passing player. Rolls on up and they get away with that one. Odd man rushes. More coming here and they score. Forcing that puck in. And the Wildcats will get another one. And a great rush up the left side. And a big goal for the Wildcats after a barrage of chances the other way. And a big celly there near the bench. Number 39, McWilliams, Carly McWilliams, makes it 2-0 here with just under 90 seconds to go in our second period. We'll head back to center. We'll continue on. Conley with a swipe, but it'll be played up the right side by London. London, the captain's trying to make something happen for her team. Make this a one-goal game again. Wrapped out in front. Quick shot on. Covered up. London trying to take matters into her own hands with the C on the chest. Last one, making it 2-0 here with 1:13 remaining in the second. Don't see a Zamboni getting ready, so we might just go right into the third. Played back over. That one's touched up. London hustling after it. Stick lifted there by Campbell. Campbell run off into the boards. Near the ringette line, trying to get that low. London kind of has that stick up high. No call as we're under a minute to go here in the second. Delayed offside. They're going to tag up. Thought maybe they were going to catch her on that one. Moving up the middle into some skates again. Left side shot. That one just hits the glove and stays out. Trying to spin back around. Exiting the zone. Story chases after it. It's Conley who picks it up. Moved up to Reardon. Back in behind. Puck's loose there in front. 15 seconds. Time ticking away here. One last chance here maybe for the Storm. Looking for a wraparound. That one stays out. Good job hugging the wall, or the post. 2 seconds, and it looks like we'll finish up too with a 2-0 lead here for the Wildcats. We'll be back shortly with the third. It looks like they are going to do the ice here despite no Zamboni being ready, so maybe about 10 minutes before our third. All right, everybody, we are back here for our third and final period. Fresh set of ice for the ladies down there, and a 2-0 lead for the Wildcats, trying to come away with a victory in our gold medal game. Our one and only female gold medal game here on High Button today. Pleasure to be bringing you the action here for our third and final period. 2-0 lead after a late goal by the Wildcats and after a bunch of chances by the Storm. So we'll see what was discussed in the locker room, and get our team advanced here as Hancock down the left side. She'll step in, and a quick shot that's just going to miss on the right post. Played back to the blue line, chipped up ahead. Grab now back to McKinnon. Sweeping at that puck, played in behind. 2-on-2 along the half wall there. Coming out with it is the Storm. As it's Holmes trying to get that squared up in front. It's going to be a sense of urgency here from the Storm side, and that one just wraps on by, and a great chance again. Won't find the back of the net, and the Storm maybe feeling a little frustrated right now. Played back to the middle, shot, big rebound in front, got to cover her, and it's still loose and covered up. They got there, but 2 or 3 good whacks at it here in the first minute, and the Storm coming out of the gates hot. It was a tale of defensive stands there up to this point in the game. The Wildcats, despite leading, have been on the back foot and have just delivered when the moment needs it most, giving them this 2-goal lead. We saw, like I said, a few champions crowned this morning with the Cole Harbour Red Wings. Cole Harbour, a place close to us here, or close to the High Button headquarters, I should say. And the Wings beat Moncton, and then last game, I believe Cape Breton County winning that one. So a couple champions. We'll see who our third champion of the day is here shortly, as that one almost leaving the zone, but kept in nicely on the backhand by a Corn, who works it down low. Into the other side. It's poked on through. Free puck there on the right side. Good active stick there by Grant. Now it'll be up the left side here. Wildcats back in behind. Trying to get it centered over to Burke. Burke back to the blue line here in front. Pushed up ahead on the right side. Kept in to the middle. Touched back over by Murphy. Storm now heads up. Lead pass now Murphy. Luckily first one back, and that'll exit the zone here in front. Centering pass. Reared on. Spinning around. Campbell tries to get it touched up ahead. It'll be played into the red line. Grab now, trying to swipe that by. Defensive style here for the Wildcats as it's free down in front here. Perry chasing after it. It'll come back over. Grab now by the Storm, trying to work that up the right side. It'll get back down, but Wildcats there to shoot it back around. Picked up here in front by Campbell, moving past the stick over to Perry. Campbell now in front on the right side, pushed on through. Grabbing, going for a skate up the right. It'll be up off the glass, staying alive. High stick won't go. Picked up down low. Storm worked across, stays out, swept out of harm's way there. The goaltender was trying to cover it, but Wildcats had her covered, and now it could be an odd man rush the other way here. Down the left side, moved across, and not enough juice in those skates by Campbell, who wasn't open there on the right side, so they'll continue on. Backing around, trying to poke that up in behind. Storm will lead pass. Hancock to McCullum. Back over in front and chipped up ahead. Or pass across the blue line, I should say. Back to McCullum now for the Storm. Moving up the right. Stick all in her midsection, but it wasn't enough to warrant a penalty. We've only had the one penalty here so far. Now led the other way. Up over the blue line again. McFadden. Shot. Stays out. So we'll get a whistle here. 8:03. That was a pretty quick 4 minutes to start us off here. Storm no closer to tying this game up, though. Still a 2-goal lead. Drop back over. Picked up down low, trying to get it centered, but it'll be London who picks it up. London, Reardon, lead pass, touched ahead. Wildcats trying to push that back in. Lead pass now, and outskated by London to create the turnover. Now up the left side, swept on. Rising high, gonna stay alive. Back on in, it'll be Storm circling back around, played back to the line. McKinnon, low shot, kicked on over. A corn down the right side. Back to McKinnon. Off a shin pad for a friendly bounce, but no shot gonna happen there. Centering pass. Played over to the right side half wall, poked in behind. Over to McKinnon. D-to-D pass. Stops there in the neutral zone. Perry trying to muscle that forward. Grab now Wildcats. Down in front. Hancock. Over to Campbell. Campbell on the offside as that was a close one. 6:30 remaining here in the third as we're about halfway through our third period already. These ladies are getting it done out there on the ice. Quick games and quick shifts here so far. As we'll continue on. Still looking for that winner. Gold medal. 6.5 minutes away for the Wildcats. Work to be done for the Storm. Up to Holmes. Holmes going to bring that in over the blue line. Hand it over. Played down low. Spun back around to Campbell. Lead pass through some legs. Grabbed by Perry. Back over to Grant. Trying to get it led ahead. Acorn smacks it back in. Campbell intercepted. It'll be London, the captain. Tries to get a shot off, but it'll just roll into the back wall. Picked up Wildcats on the right side. Held on to near the red line. Back on in. Almost caught with too many, but it'll stay out there. London down here in front. Grabbed again by the Wildcats. Under 6 to go now, so less than half a period to work with here for the Storm as they look to come back. London with a lead pass. Stopped up near center. Fired back in, and that won't get him behind. A corn now on it. Lead pass ahead between the legs. Nice job getting that pass over the stick. Elevated it just enough. Down the right side. Going hard into the boards there. LeClaire trying to create the turnover. It'll be grabbed on the left. Back in behind. Murphy. Murphy holds in behind. Up to McKinnon. McKinnon over the red. Falling back down in front. Along the end board, centering pass. And they do not score. They do not score. The ref just waved it off. Thought they had one. The puck was in the back of the net. I'm not sure why that didn't count. Not much complaining happening though for the Storm, so we'll continue on here. McKinnon down the left side. 4:37 now remains here. Wrapping around the left side boards, trying to get that up near the ringette line. It'll come back to McKinnon again, who's just forced to push it back in. And if I'm saying the same names a lot, it's because these players are playing pretty hard out there. Remember, down a defender, down a forward, even forwards, down a defender. So the defenders especially getting lots of ice time out there. Wildcats. Down in front, picked up. That one's going to be Pushed off into the right side. Perry now with it. Perry turns it north. Tied up in some skates. Bernard keeps it in. Eventually exiting, but then shot back down around. 3:50 remains now. In along the end boards. Now for the Storm. Storm back up the middle. Gonna gain the red line. Gonna gain the blue line. Left side. Spun off. Trying to get it centered again, and it'll be covered up. And another whistle here. 3:33 exactly remain in this one. Third period. It's gone pretty quick. It's been a good one, though. Pretty exciting with lots of chances for the Storm. Again, picking up where they left off, but those 2 goals still stand for the Wildcats. Shot low. That one's going to miss on the left side post. Now, grabbed by Perry in behind. Trying for a wraparound. Won't quite get there. Back to the line for a corn. Back down. Along the end boards, run up against the wall, trying to free it up. 3:13 now remains. Back down low on the right side, trying for a cut play in front. Picked up now. Sent in and covered up. 2:47 now left. We'll head back over here on the left side. 2:47 now remains here in the third period. So wait for a little bit of lag in the stream here as we try to fight through it. Finishing up here as, like I said, 2:47 remain. We're hooked in, ready to finish up. Face off coming here to the left. Back in behind, try to play that up to the blue line. Picked up now in through center. Reared on down the right. Reared on breaking in. Centering pass, not going to go. That one's here near the blue line. Touched up in behind. Grabbed on, centered for the pass, and it'll be covered up. And we're just going to take the last 2:18. Want to make sure the internet's going well here, so we're going to stop the stream here for a sec. And if you want to just give a refresh on the timeout,